My name is Ben Smerdon and I'm the director of This Is War. I've performed with Lindisfarne for probably about 7 years now, and this will be my second show as director. It's based on the Iraq War and Afghanistan War in 2007. It was written by Hannah Moscovitch when she was in Afghanistan. She was doing some research for a radio play called Afghanistan, which is based on Canadian troops in Afghanistan. And this play is loosely based on people she met, transcripts she's read, and missions that they went on. And one thing that she wanted to tell was the story, because a lot of people don't realise that Canada was involved in the Afghan war. And you hear about the British and the Americans, so films like American Sniper, The Hurt Locker, but you don't see the Canadians. And she wanted to get that across. And it's about them, and they only have each other, which a lot of stories have told before. But I think with this one, you transition between interviews and the scene, but it's not in the same time frame. And each person you see is the same timeline, but told from a different perspective. So you'll see as one person leaves a room, you'll see another walk out and you'll think, I don't understand this. And then about 20 minutes later, you'll see the scene again, but you'll see it from another person's perspective, and they'll follow that person into the room again. And then the whole story will add up. So it's a bit like, it's a sort of like Betrayal, where it's done backwards. So you don't judge them. It's in a similar sort of way, but obviously a very different way of doing it. So
how tricky has that been to direct?
Very tricky, very tricky. This was, I think the cast and crew will agree with me when we say we started this out as an interesting project where we had everything down what we wanted to do, and it has grown exponentially, and it's become so much more difficult, technically wise, advisory wise, from military personnel and from mental health experts. That was one thing we were very keen to do, was wanted that opinion, because we didn't want to go in blind, especially with the mental health aspect. And it's grown so much to the point where we are still doing things now, but we're very excited about it because it's such a challenge of a play, which I don't think's really been done in the Palace before, to the point of this type of play where it delves into these issues and how technically it can be.
Who have you called on for advice?
We've spoken to a few people. We've spoken to people from the South End Council, with the actual counselling group, who have been extremely helpful. They've given us a lot of insight. We've also spoken to Lewis Sheldrake, who some people will know in the local area, who has told me he was in the army, and he actually offered his services to say, look, if you want my advice and you want some expertise, please call me. So he will be helping us as well. And we've also spoken to members of SSAFA, which is the army charity group for the Army, Navy, RAF, and I think there's one more, the Marines, I think it is. But yeah, we've heavily involved with them. We're doing a donation retiring collection for them, which we've spoken to them, and they are very interested in this show, and they're actually coming to meet us as well at some point for the show. And that's really exciting for us, because during the show, we'll not only will we have the retiring collection, but a lot of those members, from ex-servicemen to acting servicemen, will be coming to see the show. So for us, it's quite a big moment to say that we've got members of the armed forces coming to see us, which is quite an honour, really.
And when are you going up, and where?
We go up the first week of June, Wednesday to the Saturday, 7:45 performance and the 2:30 on Saturday, and it'll be at the Palace Theatre Dixon Studio.